Are fairies in the Bible? This might be shocking, but actually they might be, and here's why. In the book of Revelation, verse 9, it talks about when the angel blows the fifth trumpet, and it basically talks about when locusts come up from hell. But the interesting thing is how the Bible describes these locusts. Check this out. In verse 7, it says, in appearance, the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth. So, they had the face of a human and they had hair like a woman, and they were in the shape of a locust. And what a lot of people don't know is, in Celtic mythology, fairies don't look like Tinkerbell. They're not these pretty humans. They are actually pretty creepy. I'm going to show you guys some pictures. This is actually what fairies are said to look like. You see how it's pretty grim looking. It has a crown on its head. The hair has been falling out and they're pretty gruesome looking in the face. I'm going to show you guys another picture. This is a cartoon drawing of what a Celtic fairy would look like. Do you see how it looks kind of like a locust? There's a reason why we're so interested in Disney movies and in mythology and magic is because these things are actually real. But the devil, he perverted the knowledge of God. And so now when we learn about history or we learn about mythology, we all give credit to paganism when a lot of this stuff was actually stolen from Christians. But the Christian writers thought that this was just known information. They thought it was obvious. So they're not going to talk about oxygen because they think everyone knows about oxygen. So they're not going to go into so much description about what they believed the people at the time would know as fact, because people in the past, they really believed in these things. They really believed in the Egyptian gods. They really believed in Zeus. They really believed in all the things we talk about today, mermaids. If you ever heard the story of the Nephilim, the Bible is a lot more interesting, but people don't actually dig into it and try to get the information correctly. Comment below. Let me know if you think I'm onto something or if you've ever heard of this. And I'd just like to know your opinion, because I feel like the Bible is way more interesting, but a lot of people just try to make it this watered down version. And that's why the Bible says that people suffer for lack of knowledge. So when we see these things come to life, we're just going to say, oh, they're aliens. And if these aliens say that God isn't real, people would believe them. This is all part of a larger deception for us not to know our Bibles and not to believe in these stories. Even with all these Marvel movies coming out, there's a reason why this is all happening. It's called predictive programming. They want you to see something before it actually happens. That's how magic works. That's also how faith works. You have to say it before it actually happens. You have to put it out there. So just let me know what you guys think.